Welcome back, my wasted youth. This is Rev taking you through Pokemon Special Pikachu Edition the right way. When last we left our intrepid hero, we had completely finished the Sylph Company office building in Saffron City. Kinda. See, we got all the way up to floor 11, only to find out there is no way to get into the main boardroom. So we had to come back down to floor 3 to talk to Gary. Yeah, there he is. He's right there. Now, we are really potentially underpowered here, but let's see what happens anyway. Not too much. I was kind of just leveling up, waiting for you. Oh, good. Well, I'm glad you did. It's nice to see you. Well, not really, but, I had to take them out anyway. Okay, well, thank you very much for hanging out and waiting for me then. Okay, so now this is Gary. And Gary is not a pushover here. I mean, not at all. Right, look at this. He's going to start out with a level 38 Sandslash. So, I've set the party up so that Wartortle and Water Gun is as close as we're going to get to getting anything out of this. If this Sandslash hits us with Slash one more time, we could potentially be in for a big World of Hurt. Now, if you've noticed, I've switched so that Wartortle is going to be starting with Ice Beam. We got lucky there. Very lucky. That's okay. I don't mind that. Now, Gary is about to use... what? Really? What is Ninetales?
Ninetales, the fox Pokemon, is the evolved form of the fire Pokemon, Vulpix.
Ninetales is a fire type that can evolve from Vulpix through use of a Fire Stone. By the time you evolve it, the only moves it has to have are Ember and Tail Whip, both learned at level 1. But there's the problem. Ninetales learns no moves on its own. If you wait to evolve your Vulpix into a Ninetales, at level 16 it will have Quick Attack, at 21 it will have Roar, at 28 it will learn Confuse Ray, at 35 Flamethrower, and the big one is level 42, it will learn Fire Spin. Now granted, Ninetales has got a huge HP and a great special stat, but what this thing is really known for is uber speed. This thing is super fast. Now Ninetales can learn a variety of TMs, including TM06 Toxic, as well as Dig. It has a defensive disadvantage to water, ground, and rock types, and an offensive advantage to grass, ice, and bug. Now, Ninetales' name is no surprise at all. This is the Nine-Tailed Fox, and it has been part of Japanese fairy tales and mythology forever. Oh, great. Okay, so, now in this case, I'm still going to throw out Wartortle, knowing that Ninetales is going to be faster, way faster. We have got a shot here. Or not. It may say it's super effective, but water against fire, and it did that little amount of damage? Yeah, this could go horribly wrong. This is a level 35 Ninetales, and we're in a lot of trouble. But you know what? Look at this. Now we're not. Now it's frozen solid. So I am just going to sit back on Bite and take this thing out. Why not? Perfect. Okay, this is exactly what we wanted. Now, here's the bit of a change, though. Knowing what Gary is going to bring in next. Yeah, I know what he's going to bring in next. I'm going to bring in Pikachu. Right. And this way, Pikachu can get the last shot on Ninetales. So I'm going to throw out Slam. And if Pikachu can hit, Ninetales is down, that's perfect, and that way we won't need to switch anybody in when, hey, even better, Pikachu has grown to level 32. But, okay, that's fine. Wait a second though. What is Cloyster?
Cloyster, a bivalve Pokemon. Its shell is incredibly strong and resistant to a bomb. Its shell only opens when it attacks.
Cloyster is a water and ice type that can evolve from Shelter through use of the Water Stone, by which point it has to have both Tackle and Withdrawal, learned at level 1. Now, if you evolve Cloyster very early, the only move it will learn on its own is Spike Cannon at level 50. If you wait to evolve your Cloyster, then at level 18 it will have Supersonic, at 23 it will have Clamp, at 30 Aura Beam, at 39 Leer, and instead of Spike Cannon at 50, it will learn Ice Beam. Cloyster is an amazing water and ice type with some of the highest defense rating in the game. For me, the big problem I have with it is that it is super slow. Now, as far as TMs and HMs go, this one can learn quite a few, but the ones you're really going to want to pay attention to are all the Water Gun, Ice Beam, Blizzard, and of course, HM03, Surf. Yeah, everything that every water and ice type should definitely have. Cloyster has a defensive disadvantage to electric, grass, fighting, and rock. As a water type, it has an offensive advantage to fire, ground, and rock types. As an ice type, it has an offensive advantage to dragon, grass, ground, and flying. Cloyster's name is kind of a combination of two different words. The first one is clam, and the second one is oyster. Oh, okay, so it shouldn't be that much of a hassle. Let's see if Thunderbolt will actually be able to take this Cloyster out. Now again, like you've seen, Cloyster is 5 levels higher. We got lucky there. That's fine with me. So now Gary is about to use a Kadabra. Okay, so yes, I will switch. I'm going to go right into Charmeleon. Charmeleon. That's okay. So now Charmeleon is going to go with Slash. We are faster than this Kadabra. If we get lucky, and hey, we did. Perfect. So, now Gary is down to his last Pokemon. I'm going to leave Charmeleon in, and we're going to face Jolteon? Huh. What is Jolteon?
Jolteon, the lightning Pokemon. When angered or frightened, the hairs on Jolteon's body become like needles that are fired at its opponents. It absorbs charged atoms and can produce 10,000 volts of electricity.
Jolteon is an electric type and is one of 3 second evolutionary forms of Eevee. Well, Jolteon will evolve through use of a Thunderstone. When you find an Eevee, it will already have both Tackle and Tail Whip, both learned at level 1. If you choose to evolve it very early, it will learn Sand Attack at level 8, Thundershock at level 16, Quick Attack at 23, and Double Kick at level 30. If you've met all the conditions, the only Jolteon you're going to see in all of Generation 1 is owned by Gary, and the first time we see it, his Jolteon will have Sand Attack, Double Kick, Pin Missile, and Thundershock. Now Jolteon has a high HP, absolutely amazing speed and special stats, and a very good attack and defense stat. For Generation 1, Jolteon is probably the best of the 3 evolutionary forms of Eevee. It can learn a handful of TMs, but truth be known, the things it learns on its own are probably better than anything else you could teach it. It has a defensive disadvantage to ground types and an offensive advantage to water and flying types. Jolteon's name is no real surprise. Eevee's original name was Eon. And, well, Jolt is, Jolt. Oh, perfect. Okay, so let's see if Slash can actually do this thing. I am fully expecting to lose at least one Pokemon in this fight to Jolteon. Right. Pin Missile is going to be very, very bad. It may not happen. If we don't lose anybody and Charmeleon can somehow make it through this fight, which is exactly what happened. Oh, man, that's beautiful. I was not expecting that at all. But hey, that's fine. Really? Well, thank you very much. Do you realize that's the first nice thing you've said to me? Okay, not a problem then. I'm totally in there. Okay. Oh, okay, well then you know what, man? I will see you there. You too. Not a problem. And he leaves, but he still wants to smell us. That's a little weird, but okay. And now all we've got to do is talk to this guy. Now, I have kind of switched my party around. You're very welcome. Oh, really? Very cool. No, I don't. Well, great, man. I think so too. Well, thank you very much. But, wait a second. What is Lapras?
Lapras, this intellectually advanced Pokemon, is able to understand human speech. With its mild temperament, Lapras prefers to carry humans on its back rather than engage in Pokemon battles.
Lapras is a water and ice type that does not evolve. It will have Water Gun and Growl at level 1. At level 16, it will learn Sing. At 20, it will learn Mist, and at 25, it will learn Body Slam. Now, Lapras has got amazing HP and very good all-around stats, but there has to be something wrong when Cloyster is faster than this water and ice type Pokemon. It can learn a handful of TMs like Toxic, Thunder, and even Psychic, as well as the HMs Surf and Strength. It is a defensive disadvantage to Electric, Grass, Fighting, and Rock types. As a Water type, it has an offensive advantage to Fire, Ground, and Rock. As an Ice type, it has an advantage to Dragon, Grass, Ground, and Flying types. If you can't quite tell from the picture, Lapras is loosely based on the Plesiosaur, or, the Loch Ness Monster. And no real surprise, Lapras's original name was supposed to be Ness. Kind of like the character from Earthbound. Oh, absolutely perfect. And now Lapras, believe it or not, is going to be, a permanent party member. That's right. Believe it or not, Lapras is going to be a major member of our group. So we are going to be attacked by Jesse and James one more time, because, well, that's kind of what they do. You've seen it, you know. That's okay, I'm not too worried about this, and they are going to send out a Weezing. Okay, so our level 15 Lapras. Yeah, we have got a lot of level grinding to do with Lapras. That's okay, not a problem. It's going to take a little while, but it'll happen. So, not a worry, we are going to switch into Charmeleon and just have Charmeleon slash this thing. Sludge is definitely going to hurt, but I think we should be okay. So, one more slash, will it be enough to take this thing out? Not quite. Oh boy, okay. That's okay, one more slash definitely will, and man, that's it. Wonderful. So, Lapras gained some experience, as did Charmeleon. Now it's about to use Arbok. Well, yes, I have to, because this is the spot we're in now. Believe it or not, we need, and I do mean need, to raise Lapras's levels just a lot. Just to stay competitive, so I am going to jump back in with Charmeleon. And hopefully this is going to work. Poison Sting is going to do some damage. It's not going to poison us, though, so that's fine. Now, if we can get one shot off, it might be enough to take it out. Not quite. That's okay. We will go with Scratch. That should be enough to take it out, and Arbok is down. Man, that's wonderful. But now what? See, Lapras has grown to level 16 and has learned Sing. That is going to help us out so much. I am going to switch out. I'm going to do exactly the same thing. See, ideally, Lapras still has to be even remotely competitive. So, now I'm going to switch into, Wartortle. Why not? So, a level 31 Meowth against a level 32 Wartortle, and I am betting that Wartortle and Ice Beam should make relatively short work of this Meowth. Now, we've seen what Meowth can do many, many, many times. So, are we going to be able to do anything here? It kind of looks like it's not that bad. We didn't freeze Meowth solid. That's okay, too. One more shot of Ice Beam should be just enough to take it down. Man, that's great. Okay. And Wartortle has grown to level 33, but it is not going to evolve. I'm not going to let that happen. And you guys are blasting off again? Yeah. Wow, man, look at that explosion! Oh, that was big. Okay, that's okay. Here we are with no shoes exploding, but now that's all the time we have for this episode. This has been Rev taking you through Pokemon Special Pikachu Edition the right way. Thanks for watching. Till next time, when we finally finish this tower.